Hello and welcome. This is Transport Fever 2, and this is Project Megacity, the project where we try to build a huge city, and not just one, several, and then try to solve all the problems that comes with that, mostly traffic and the amount of people that need to be moved around. In the last episode, you probably heard my despair because it seems we just cannot get a handle of all the people moving around. We built this huge motorway with all these exits. We gave people an additional train line. We put longer trains, faster trains. Whatever we tried to do, nothing really seemed to happen. Nothing really seemed to solve the problem. So today, I think we're gonna attack this whole thing from a completely different side, if you want. So you remember we have Ulster here, and on the other side of the map, if we just scroll all the way through here, and sorry, let me just do this so we can see we have Warwick. So you can see that here. And we have a train line connecting those two, but it's very busy because people use it not just to get from Warwick to Ulster, but to hop in between the cities. So I thought one of the alternative we could do is build a high-speed railway link between Warwick and Ulster. In other words, a high-speed train that runs from one side of the map to the other. I think this is what we're going to do today. Before we get started, one other thing. I need to apologize for the audio quality in some of these videos. The problem is this simulation pushes my PC to the very limit of what it can do. And usually I never have a problem with recording audio. It's always nice and smooth and very even. But in this sim, the volume tends to go up and down. There's some crackling. I think it's just that the PC is at its limit. As one of you put it, they can see my PC smoking from the house. And I think that's that's probably right. So maybe one thing I'm going to try, every time I'm going to talk to you, I'll pause the sim. And maybe this will help. So in terms of the high-speed railway line, so we're going to come out here of this main station, the Ulster main station. Let's see if we can zoom in here. And then we fly in pretty much a straight line. So the thing is, we're going to have to decide which track we're going to use because we have this one running out here. This was supposed to do something else, but maybe we'll repurpose it. And I think what we're going to do, I'm going to follow the Chinese model, and we are going to build this elevated the entire time. I went to China and to Japan. I used the high-speed railway network, and their high-speed trains are almost entirely on bridges crossing the countryside. And I think that's great because it means you don't cut the map into two pieces. Everything can still flow underneath roads, other railway lines, and that way I think that's the best way to do it. It's going to be expensive, but on the other hand, it allows us to go pretty much in a straight line. So all these little towns here along the route are not going to be served. The train is just going to go straight through. I haven't decided on a type of train yet. I first want to build the tracks, and then we're going to make a decision. I think the speed for the tracks should be around 350 kilometers per hour to make it worth our while. And then we'll take it from there. Yeah, look at this. Oh my God. This is insane. I don't know what I've done here. I think I really overdid it. My plan, by the way, is to do this again in Transport Fever 3. I really want to see if we build huge cities like this, how Transport Fever 3 deals with that, and if we can sort out the problem. In any case, let's start with the high-speed railway. As always, I will just build off camera and then come back once I have something to show you. And then maybe, just maybe, this will help a bit, because if we look here at this rail jet, it's completely full. And if we look here, the railjet line is called the East-West Corridor. We have 2,600 people waiting. So maybe if we could encourage some of them to switch to the high-speed railway, then that would take some traffic away from these two lines. That's the plan anyway. Okay, since I'm losing my voice for unknown reasons, I would say let's get started with the build and I'll come back once I have something to show to you. Okay, and we are back. So here we are in Warwick, and as you can see, I've changed the exit here of the main station. We now have some train sheds that help us to feed new trains into the system in both directions. And this is the start of the high-speed railway line. I elected to go for a mix of different tracks to keep it interesting. So we start off with this one here with these cool bridges. And we keep on this kind of a system until I believe it is somewhere here. And then we switch to these tracks, which I really like. They look really cool, I think. The speed on these tracks is actually 360 kilometers per hour. I don't even know if there's a train that can do that, but anyway, that's what we've got. Then we go in a straight line here. Entering the city, I elected to go for this nice, I don't know what you would call it, dam or something like this to come into the city. And then we slow the trains down and come into the train station. The question now is, how many people do we think are going to use this service, and what kind of trains are we going to use on this service? And the honest answer is, I have no idea. So let's go here. So this will be in this shed here. And let's have a look. What do we have available? It would have to be multiple unit electric. So let's see. These are all slow. Here we are. There's the first one. 300 kilometers per hour. Capacity of 115. Are there longer ones? No. So that would be option 1, I would say. What else do we have? This one, 97. I don't think that's going to be enough. It's only 260 kilometers per hour, so that's definitely not enough. Wow, look at this one. 350, capacity of 315. Now this, is this a cargo train? Let's click on passenger. Oh, it shows cargo. Anyway, doesn't matter. So this will be pretty cool, I think. And they even have longer ones. 1000 capacity, 1300. I mean, these are the trains really we should be having on the line that's busy. I think this could be an option. Let's have a look. There we have this one, 250 kilometers, 350. Yeah, these are the ones. These are the correct ones. Yeah, that's more realistic. 420. But that looks pretty cool. 350 kilometers per hour. It's a double-decker unit, 420 people. And if it's not enough, we can double it up to 820. And they even have a 1020 version with 20 cars. So let's remember that CRH3X. The Stadler Kiss is not going to be good enough. We have some rail jets, but we already used them. TGV, I'm not sure about that. It's probably outdated. What about the Eurostar? 335, 176, 256, 336. The capacity. I mean, that would be another option, wouldn't it? It's a beautiful train. 335 kilometers per hour with a capacity of 336. Ooh, I do love those trains. Let's have a look. What else do we have? That's too slow, too slow, slow. Oh, it's gonna be between the Eurostar and the modern Chinese train. I think just because we have so many problems, it's gonna have to be the modern train. But I would love to use the Eurostar somewhere else. I think 420. That's the question now. Is one set enough, or do we go for a double set straight away? 420, 820. I'll tell you what, we'll start with the single set, and if it gets filled up, then we'll swap it for a double set. Next question, how many trains? I think something in the region of 6 should be enough. Um, I think so, because usually whenever I build high-speed tracks from one end to a map to another, they're not that popular. I mean, I've never built with huge cities like this, to be honest with you. Let's start off like this. We always have the option to increase number of trains and to increase the capacity per train. So I'm gonna feed these trains into the system now. I'm gonna have them run for a while, and then I'll come back to you and I will let you know how it all goes. Let's see. All right, here we are. The trains are on the line and they are running. Acceptance of the line is actually much better than I thought. So I reduced the number of trains to 5 because 6 was a bit of overkill. These trains do have quite a big capacity. But yeah, 5 seems to do the trick. So this train now, if we look here, has around 300 people on board, capacity of 420. That seems about right. And this seems to be the trend with all of them. So the acceptance of the route is actually pretty good. And yeah, these are people that are no longer using the railjet, which is great because that will take some people away from there, increase capacity, and hopefully help with the capacity problems we have on the other line. So my hope is that this, as we keep running the game longer and longer, is actually going to do the trick and be one part of the puzzle to help us solve all the problems on this map. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, this map is becoming more and more unstable because it's such a busy place. I experience quite a few crashes when I build and when I put new trains on the line. So I don't know how long we're going to be able to keep going with this. I don't think we'll ever see a huge network of freight trains running between the cities. I think that's beyond of what my computer can handle and basically the game can handle. But let's see, let's push on a little bit more. Let's do some more videos, maybe create some more train lines, some bus lines, some coach lines, see if we can solve some of the other problems here on the map. But I feel like we're not going to be able to go much beyond that. I'm going to be honest with you because it's getting a bit tedious. The loading times are, I don't know, it takes 10 minutes to load the map. Accelerating has been limited. The time acceleration has been limited by the game. And like I said, if I build something quite often, I have crashes to desktop. So I'm going to leave you with a cab ride. You're going to follow one of the high-speed trains along the whole line. I hope you enjoy it. And yeah, let's see what we're going to do next time. Haven't made any plans yet. Maybe you have any ideas. Let me know. If not, I'll have a look around the map and we'll make a decision there and then. In any case, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And as always, I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Until then, all the best. Bye bye.